Hey, what's shaking? This is Sonny in the 419. I'm here with Cory, man. How you doing?
Find yourself.
You're a hidden treasure here.
Thank you, man. I have fun.
Cassandra told me about you,
Mm-hmm.
and that's your aunt.
No, that's my dad's wife.
Okay, got it. Okay, but she told me about you. Man, he does some woodwork, and I'm like, wow, I want to hear about it.
Yeah.
And so I got in touch with you, and you sent me some of your stuff. I was really amazed.
Thank you, man.
Now, how long have you been doing this woodworking?
Actually, go back a little bit. I have an art background.
Oh,
I'm big
okay.
into art. I love art. And this just happened to be another medium for me. But
Beautiful.
I had my business now for like 3 years, but I've been making things off and on, I would say, for right around 6, 7 years.
Wow. So the art kind of collided with wood.
Yeah, it did. And
what a concept.
Yeah.
What kind of art were you in to begin with?
I do like a lot of painting and drawing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So if somebody gave you a picture, you can draw it? That kind of art? Or
No, I do a lot of pop art type things.
Nice.
Yeah.
No, is this something you learned like self-taught years ago? Like were you a kid that doodled a lot?
I drew all the time when I was a kid. But the tools and stuff, I didn't really have my immediate family is not big on tools. We don't know much about tools at all. But I had my first big experience with tools when I was in the military.
Okay. Well, thank you for your service.
Oh, thank you for thanking me, I guess. Right? But so I had my first taste of big tools then, and I realized I really like to work with my hands. So from there, I started messing around with things, fixing things here and there, and I've always taken things apart and put them back together. But I saw what people were doing with wood, and I was like, man, I wonder if I can get the right tools and I could do stuff like that. It took a while, and the military helped as well and got me all the professional tools that I need now.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You said the words. You had to work it a little bit.
Oh yeah,
that's a problem right now. People are too, we're a little entitled.
Yeah.
We think we got to have it right now, but everything takes time. You got to work your way to it.
Yeah, you can't have. I mean, there's a lot of people who want immediate gratification.
Right.
They forgot the aspect of the journey. You know what I mean? The journey is the most important part.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like to learn the craft and to have trial and error, and don't be scared to mess up, because mess is going to happen.
Most people that are successful have failed many times.
Oh yeah.
So it's always good to keep that in mind, everybody. Don't give up. Right?
100%.
So how does somebody say they want to make a table like you had at Nana's? Was that Nana's?
Yeah, Nana's Kitchen.
That was awesome. You'll see the picture,
but so anyways, there was a family that lives in an apartment.
Okay.
And apartment kitchen spaces are never really that big, so they needed something that would fit in there, but they wanted something custom. So I got a slab from Georgia. It was actually a pecan tree from Georgia.
Wow.
And cut it to the dimensions and made it, and they loved it, engraved it and everything. And,
wow.
Yeah.
Now, how do you get a hold of that wood? Is that something is there a market for that?
There is, actually.
You can buy wood from other places?
I think you'll be surprised at how many people actually sell lumber, and exotic lumber. But there's a guy who I go to specifically down in Lancaster. His name is Dan Zettler, and he has species you never heard of. For instance, I have cashew, but I have a table that I made from Parada, which came from Brazil.
Wow.
I have zebra wood. Matter of fact, the cutting board right there, zebra wood, and minge came from Africa. So yeah,
so there's a market for that.
Oh my goodness, it's crazy.
See, I would have never known.
It's crazy.
Man, that is neat. So is that what the kind of wood they wanted, or is that something you kind of recommended for them?
I recommended it.
Okay.
I know that
you knew this kind of wood would work.
Yes. So people generally like a color scheme, right? And what I try to do, if I can, is to avoid staining, because there's so many different colors of wood. Like I'll show a picture of a purple heart that I use, and the wood is solid purple, and that's come from the actual tree. So there's colors out there that fits almost everything. So I try to. So when they tell me a color scheme they want to go with, I try to find the wood that matches that as close as possible. Now, if it gets to the point where we can't find that wood, then I'll do a stain. But I try to find the species of wood that matches the color best first.
Wow. I've talked to so many people. Their passion is this or this or this, and man, I just love your passion. You can tell
man,
it's coming out of you through wood.
It's fun. Like it's people. Some people don't like the process, especially the sanding portion. But I love that. Like every part of what I do, I love because I can see the end result. You know, I can look at a slab.
Yeah,
and
you
just,
know
I
what
can
it's going to
see
be
it.
like at the
Exactly.
end. And that the grind and then the,
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, well, I have to come back someday and watch you do something.
100%.
But how about you show us around here a little bit?
Let's do it. All right, so this is typically my workstation, but right now I'm working on this river table for a customer, and all the wood came from old barn wood, which is really
Barn?
cool.
That's barn wood?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. You'd be surprised what barns are made. What a barn is made out of. So you have like your oak in there. You have some pieces of walnut that I found from the barn, and once you clean it all up, it actually looks really, really good. Some of them still.
So what's this right here on it?
So this is epoxy, right?
Okay.
So right now it's filled up with epoxy. I had an overflow to make sure it would, because it always shrinks, and when it shrinks, it wouldn't go all the way in. So you always overpour.
And how'd you color that?
So there's a color scheme that I came up with. You can get the mica powders, but I blended a whole bunch of colors to get that, and it's called a midnight purple. Actually, my daughter helped me with that.
Midnight purple.
Midnight purple. It's going to be gorgeous.
That'd look great on a car.
I'm telling you, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
So what's the process here? You got the wood, and I see all this epoxy. What do you do next?
So the first thing you have to do is make a mold.
Okay, you got to make a mold.
Yeah,
okay.
100%. And this is where trial and error comes into play, because the first mold I ever made, I screwed it down. I didn't realize that you had to make sure the seams and stuff are secure with caulk. So epoxy, I would say about 3 gallons of epoxy right around $200.
Oh my
and
God!
I wasted on that pour 6 gallons of epoxy that seeped out everywhere.
Okay.
So
lesson learned, huh?
You learn that lesson quick, and I don't want to make that error again. So I'm extremely diligent when it comes to making sure my molds are sealed. But yeah, just get some NDF. You wrap them in this tape, which is epoxy tape, so it doesn't stick to the bottom, and then you pour.
Wow.
Yep.
So you gotta get that epoxy off, or does it stay on there? Okay.
Yes. So
how do you get it off there?
So I have an actual a milling station.
Oh, okay.
I don't have it set up right now, but I have a milling station to where it'll slide across and it'll flatten it all out again, and I'll flip it over into the other side, and then I'll clean it up. I'll put the base on, and then it's ready to go.
Wow, I bet that's gonna be pretty.
That's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be nice.
A local person?
No. So the one river table I just made, it was delivered to Ada.
Ada.
This one's going down to Columbus. Yeah, I've had people order
from Fremont to the world.
Yep. People order from Kansas City.
Wow.
I've done that before, and
that is awesome.
Yeah.
Very talented. I never knew that.
Well,
I never knew much about wood. You know how they do it, but some of that stuff is so remarkable.
It's gorgeous, man, and I think a lot of people can do it. They just feel like, for one, you have to have the right tools. The tools make the world of difference. You could do this without the tools that I have, but it's such a longer process, and it's not as accurate. It takes so much longer to be accurate. But with the right tools, you can do almost anything.
Now, do you have anybody helping you, or is this something you just do on your own?
I do it on my own.
Man. What a talent. Very impressed.
Thank you.
So how does somebody get a hold of you? Do you have a Facebook page?
Yes, I do. So my business page on Facebook is at A Million Links, because my business name is A Million Links.
A Million Links?
A Million Links.
A Million Links.
Yep, it's named after my son and my daughter. So my daughter's Amelia, so Million. We call her Mills.
Okay.
And then my son is Lincoln, so it's a Links.
That's a good idea.
A Million Links.
A Million Links. I have to look that up and attach it to this
video.
video.
Yeah, A Million Links.
Wow.
Yep.
So you do a lot of custom work. Somebody can contact you and say, "Hey, this is my vision.
Yeah.
Can you do this?" And
I recently made a table that was 12 feet long and 3 feet wide. So if I can't make it, if it can't be done here, I'm not saying it can't be done, but it'll be. It's rare because I can do a lot of things. Wow. A lot of things. Cabinets as well. So.
Man,
a lot of things.
Well, great job, Cory.
Yeah.
Thanks I love it. You're doing beautiful work, and it was a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you very much, Sonny. I really appreciate that, man.